From the stadium in Fort Myers, Florida, this is live continuing coverage of the 2017 NCRHA National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. We're on the Mission Rink, and this is a Division III semifinal between Lindenwood and Grand Valley State. Lindenwood getting here last night, earlier this morning by crushing.
It was Fullerton.
Yeah, Cal State Fullerton 16-0. Grand Valley State defeating Cortland 8-2. Michael Hackney alongside Travis Van Nody, and Craig Jolly did that Lindenwood Fullerton game.
Too bad for him.
Yeah. Actually, he said it turned out to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a shot from Justin Sims that goes off some Lindenwood skates into the rafters. They said when it was 9-0 with like 11 minutes left in the second, they told the PA people to stop announcing the goals. Lindenwood did, and putting them up on the scoreboard. And then Craig said they played music and both benches were dancing and everybody was dancing. And a shot score, wow! Tyler Glenfield. The puck went over the net from behind, or from the end boards, landed in the slot. Glenfield turns around, fires it bottom corner near side, and Glen Valley State lead 1-0 just 19 seconds in.
Well, Glenfield was the leading goal scorer for the Lakers coming into nationals, and you can see why right there. The Lakers, a lot of confidence early on.
Here's Glenfield again, far circle. Pass, not enough oomph on it. Taken back by Lindenwood. Thompson Teague. Far side of the Grand Valley zone. Puck knocked off his stick. Sent back down the floor by Grand Valley. These two met. These two were in Pool A in Division III, and Lindenwood won 10-3 on Friday.
Yeah, Lindenwood, they've won every Division III final except for one. They are the prohibitive favorite, especially this year. It seems like a couple of programs have taken a step back, most notably Newman. But Farmingdale State's looking pretty good. See how it goes.
Here, Lindenwood in front, and Anthony Benvenuti makes the save on Jonathan Gauthier. Michigan State and Farmingdale, the other semifinal, over on the Bauer Rink right now. And then once that game is over, the Bauer Rink is done. Yeah. Start breaking stuff down.
We'll hold a moment of silence for the Bauer Rink.
And there's a shot. Score! From the far circle, Jake Escarcega fires it in off the inside of the far post. And Lindenwood answer 1 minute and 22 seconds later. 1-1 with 10:19 left in the first.
Jake Escarcega, a veteran for this Lindenwood D3 team. He's won several championships. What a shot going bar down. Quick answer from Lindenwood.
Grand Valley State with a puck, knocked off the stick of Daniel Nielsen. Mark Burchell with a puck for Lindenwood. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he is. Burchell, yeah, remember him.
Centering pass was broken up. Lindenwood retreating again. Ryan Kustek driving it back to Burchell, who will drop it back a bit further to Jeff Arscott.
A lot of returners for Lindenwood from last year, and they just continue to roll in this level.
Burchell sent across the front of the net, and Lindenwood player just fell backwards over Benvenuti, and interference is the call. Tyler Glenfield gave him a push. And that is Ryan. Nope. That's going to be against Glenfield. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It's not Glenfield going in. Who is that going in? See up on the board in a second. Well, it's Stephen Ropp. I can see the number because he turned a bit. 9:18 left in the first. Game tied at 1. Lindenwood getting the first power play.
And too bad for Grand Valley. They got to keep Lindenwood off the power play. They have a dynamic foursome.
Escarcega passing down low. Comes back to Escarcega. Over to the near side. Now back to Escarcega. Thompson Teague. Escarcega one-timer into the netting above the glass, and that was all him.
Great puck movement by the Lions. A lot of experience on this power play. Didn't deflect, so a high zone face-off.
Draw one by Lindenwood. Jason Novak. High slot. Passing over Escarcega. Now Novak. Over to the far side. And Teague. Teague passing down low again. Teague up top. Novak. Teague. Shot broken up. Novak on the near side. Passing down Escarcega. Novak sending it past the near post, and that was Escarcega behind the net, excuse me. Spencer Marquis down there. There's Thompson Teague. Over to the far side, Escarcega curling around, puck knocked off his stick by Glenfield. 50 seconds left in the power play, and Glenfield will send it down the floor.
Glenfield's easily been the Lakers' best player early on in this first period.
Thompson Teague. Thought about a slapper. Pass is brought. Oh, stolen. This is Jeremy Schmaltz to the net. Lost the puck, and it goes off the right leg pad of Charles Robinson. Back the other way go Lindenwood. Spencer Marquis. Pass over. Score. Jake Escarcega. Marquis. Centering pass to the near post. Escarcega slam dunks it home. He's got both of Lindenwood's goals. That's a power play tally. It's 2-1 Lions with 7:36 left in the first.
Too bad for Grand Valley. What a swing. Great save from Charles Robinson, who was this team's goalie last year, led him to a national championship. Going spread eagle. And Escarcega has been Lindenwood's best player so far. He's in line right now for a natural hat trick if he can get the next one.
Lindenwood with a puck again. Jeff Arscott. Puts it out in front. They score. Who was that? He took a shot into the boards after he scored. I believe it was Chris Visico. Yeah, it was Visico. I thought I saw number 25. So 3-1 Lindenwood with 7:24 left in the first. How much time between goals, Travis?
12 seconds.
12 seconds.
Visico, another veteran for Lindenwood. Just so much experience, so much talent. It's almost like it's unfair at this point. Lindenwood, definitely the prohibitive favorite to win yet another national championship.
Here's Alex Griffith now into the Grand Valley zone. Far side shot. I think it went wide. I really thought it was going to be a fourth goal there. Here's Griffith. Drops it back. Visico. Visico makes his way to the net. Shot. Over the net. Grand Valley coming back the other way. And Lindenwood take it back. Arscott, slap shot. Stopped by Benvenuti. Puck now over on the far side. Carried to the middle lane. And a pass broken up. Carl Soderling trying to get it down to Daniel Nielsen. Here goes Escarcega back the other way. Pass across to Visico. Sent it wide of the far post. Here come the Lakers again. There's a shot stopped by Robinson, and he covers. I'm not sure who that was yet. Was Nielsen with a shot there. This has turned into an end-to-end game, which is what Grand Valley State does not want to get drawn into. 6:03 left in the first, 3-1 Lindenwood.
Exactly. Lindenwood the quicker of the two teams. Jake Escarcega all over the floor in this first period. Impressive to watch.
Daniel Higa, far side of the Grand Valley zone. Puck knocked off his stick for a second by, looking at the wrong roster, Andrew Budai. And Lindenwood forced to drop back a bit. Passed over Escarcega. Right circle, passed off Visico. Sorry, that was Higa. Knocked off his stick. Grand Valley coming back the other way. And a shot off of Lindenwood, sticking to the netting above the glass. The stick of Marquis, to be specific. 6:34 left in the first. 3-1 Lions.
Marquis, say it with me, a veteran for Lindenwood. Won several championships at this level. Sister Carly plays for Chico State. Unfortunately, the Wildcats and her tournament ended last night against Cal State Fullerton in the Elite Eight. The great hockey family, the Marquises from San Jose, California.
Escarcega on the near side with the puck. Dropped back to Thompson Teague. Teague passing back to the near side, and Higa.
Higa's a new player for Lindenwood.
Passes ahead, Teague. Across far side, Marquis. Marquis drops it back. Escarcega shot, score. There's his hat trick. Into the roof of the net. It took him 7 minutes and 3 seconds of this game to get 3 goals. 4-1 Lindenwood with 4:57 left in the first.
Beautiful puck movement by Lindenwood. It's next level here in Division 3.
Lindenwood with the puck again. Marquis with the puck, far side. Knocked away from Marquis, but picked up by Jason Novak, and his shot went off the post and covered up by Benvenuti.
And great job by Benvenuti not to give up on the play. Cover it up in the crease.
4:24 to go in the first. 4-1 Lindenwood. Draw one by the Lions. Pass across far side to Timothy Bray. Bray a shot, gloved and held onto by Benvenuti.
It's just been the one goal for Grand Valley State. It's been their only real good chance on Robinson. It's been on the opposite end of the floor pretty much the entire first period. So Grand Valley State's got to possess the puck a little more and make sure those passes are crisp, not to avoid turnovers.
And Grand Valley turned the puck over. And
That's
it was
what I'm
carried to
talking
the net. But the Lakers get it back. Here's Soderling, far side. That was Jonathan Gauthier carrying it to the net for Lindenwood. And it's taken away from Soderling by Novak. Gauthier back to Novak, whose one-timer was shanked and past the near post. Gauthier brought down on the near side, no call.
That could have been borderline, but I think good on the rest not to call that one.
Puck on the far side. And a pass intercepted by Patrick Dowling. Passed over to the near side, Gauthier. Drops it back for Dowling. Dowling into the Grand Valley zone. A shot stopped by Benvenuti. Puck over on the far side. Pass down to Tyler Glenfield. Glenfield far side of the Lindenwood zone. Shot past the far post. Lions get the rebound. Here's Novak. Into the Grand Valley zone. Puck knocked off his stick. Still a chance for Dowling. Shot turned away by Benvenuti.
When you're facing a team that's clearly much better than you, you have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Glenfield back down the floor. Puck knocked off his stick. Novak. Passing it over to the far side, and Dowling, who's going to wait for some of his teammates. Here is Mark Burchell, near side of the Grand Valley State zone, with a shot that went off the stick of Schmaltz and still came on goal. Benvenuti had to make the save. And now back the other way comes Soderling. Carl Soderling, far side, falls over, still gets a shot away that Charles Robinson has to push aside. Farmingdale and Michigan State tied at 1 early on. Over on Bauer. Bryce Cozine. Near side, passing it over to the far side, Burchell. Burchell spins around, passes off to Timothy Bray. Burchell passing back down low to Cozine. Burchell again. I'm sorry, that was Arscott, not Bray. Puck pinned up against the near side boards. We're in the last minute of the first. 45 seconds left. And here's Soderling. Near side as Grand Valley get the puck back. Soderling sent past the skates of Andrew Budai. 30 seconds left of the period as Burchell has the puck back for Lindenwood. Passed over to the near side. Here is Arscott. Backhanded over to the far side, picked up by Tyler Glenfield. 10 seconds left of the period. Justin Sims a shot wide of the far post. Back out in front, Glenfield a shot off the stick of Cozine into the netting above the glass. 3.8 seconds left in the first. Still 4-1 Lindenwood.
Boy, even when Grand Valley State gets a grade A chance, there's Cozine with his stick on the floor in perfect position. Once again, Grand Valley State doesn't even get a shot on goal.
Followed by Grand Valley. Justin Sims a shot over the net, bounces to the far boards. That's it for the first.
I got to look, but again, don't hit the net.
Jake Escarcega with a first period hat trick, and Lindenwood lead Grand Valley State 4-1 at the end of one in this Division III semifinal. No surprise, Lindenwood controlling much of the puck. Yeah. Although they had to bounce back, Tyler Glenfield scoring just 19 seconds in, so Lindenwood had to make up a deficit there, even though it was the smallest one possible.
Yeah. You know, Glenfield scores a nice one. I don't think maybe Lindenwood was quite ready to go at the start of this hockey game. Woken up real quick with that goal from Glenfield. It was a perfectly placed shot. It was a great shot along the floor, past the right leg pad of Robinson. Lindenwood's so strong. Most of these players could be playing Division I easily if they played for anybody else except for Lindenwood. They would be, you know, doing just fine in Division I. So kudos to them for building such a great program over the years. Grand Valley State still not out of this hockey game, though.
Nope.
There is a power play for Grand Valley State, which we both missed.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll start the second period with 1:56 of a
We
power
did miss
play.
that. Jeff Arscott in the box for Lindenwood.
Yeah.
There was a bit of jawing after the
So a good opportunity for the Lakers. And
after that one little chance with 3.8 seconds left. Let's see what is it up on the thing yet? No, it's not on the live box score yet. Hopefully we'll hear on the PA system. Apologies for missing that Penalty, both Travis and I missed it.
Still early for us, too, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in all week long on MLSLive.com. We have had record numbers this week. That's all due to you. Hope you've enjoyed our calls of every single game here at the National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
And the second period begins with Grand Valley State controlling the puck. Pass back towards Jeremy Schmaltz, a little too hot for him, and Anthony Benvenuti will hold it and hand it off to Schmaltz. Schmaltz near side of the Lindenwood zone. Passing down low, comes back to Schmaltz, top of the right circle. Back over to the far side. Stefan Rappa shot blocked. And a chance for Lindenwood back the other way. Thompson Teague. Big slap shot stopped by Benvenuti.
It's the cardinal rule of shots from the point. Don't get them blocked.
Yeah.
Marquis got away with one.
Yeah.
And then Schmaltz got away with one.
Under a minute left in the power play for Grand Valley State. And they still haven't posted that penalty in the live box score. They haven't announced it either. There's a shot from Schmaltz. Turned away, rebound, score! Charles Robinson with the initial save, but the rebound jammed in. It's a power play goal for Grand Valley State. 4-2 with 10:46 left in the second.
There you go.
That's Wesley Guthrie, it appears, because he just came over and fist bumped Benvenuti.
Great job by the Lakers to swarm Robinson. Let out a rebound. Made no mistake. No, not out of this hockey game.
Lindenwood with the puck off the face-off. Puck brought to the Grand Valley net. A shot stopped by Benvenuti. Rebound, score. Initial shot from Alex Griffith, and I believe that was Jason Novak backhanding the puck into the roof of the net. So Lindenwood answered Grand Valley's goal with one of their own, and they're back ahead by 3, 5-2 with 10:23 left in the second.
And just 13 seconds later. That's a real tough one for Grand Valley State to swallow.
Jeff Arscott got a roughing penalty at the end of the first. That was the call. Oh, Tyler Glenfield got the goal there. And there's another goal for Lindenwood. Chris Visico takes the puck to the net and fires it through the 5-hole on Anthony Benvenuti. It's 6-2 Lions. Second goal of the game for Visico. 10:05 left in the second.
Well, it was just 18 seconds later. Biggest lead of the hockey game for Lindenwood.
Here come Lindenwood again. Alex Griffith a shot. Stopped and held on to by Benvenuti.
Another Lindenwood goal by number 25, Chris Visico. Assist by number 21, Patrick Dowling, with 10:05 remaining in the second period.
Okay, so they're giving Visico both of those last two goals, which would give him a hat trick. Although they got the assists reversed. Puck knocked off the stick of Visico. Sent around to the near side, picked up Griffith. Passes over, Mark Burchell, shot over the net. Oh, and then Griffith swatted at it with a high stick, and it's canceled out as it's touched up by Daniel Nielsen. Puck now over on the far side. And here is Carl Soderling into the Lindenwood zone. Drops it back. Shot from Sean Serafini turned away by Robinson.
So it's been the NCRHA and Visico show for Lindenwood, both hat tricks. No surprise, they're now the leaders of this Lindenwood team.
Burchell will drop back past the center line.
Burchell was having a little fun with our crowd mic during warm-ups. Him and another Lindenwood Lion player were speaking into it. Fortunately, he was off at the time. He came over and asked, can you guys hear us? I said, no, you're off. And he goes, oh, man. Thank God.
Oh, my goodness. Justin Sims near side of the Lindenwood zone. Back in it towards the net and in. Whoa, and uh-oh. Got a bit of a skirmish here. That's quickly broken up.
I don't know what caused that, as I was looking at Robinson as the puck went in. Robinson hasn't exactly been sharp this morning for Lindenwood.
And we're going to have coincidentals. One penalty will go to Visico, and the other will go to, I think, Andrew Budai. (6-3) Lindenwood with 7:56 to go in the second. Pretty sure that was Sims all the way. There was somebody standing near the net for Grand Valley, but I'm not sure who.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to go to Sims as well. Sims, not Swims. 2 minutes are up on the board for
Visico.
Lindenwood. Yeah, Visico. So he might be getting an additional minor.
Seen that a lot this weekend, where you'd have two players get coincidentals and then somebody else would get something extra.
Yeah, it could be 2 in the box for Lindenwood. Yep, that is the case. So the Lakers score and they get a power play. They're sticking around in this hockey game.
That's Ryan Kustek going in for the Lions. So we'll see what the penalties are here. Draw one by Grand Valley. And whiffing on the shot attempt there was, I think, Wesley Guthrie. Puck sent back down the floor by Lindenwood. Puck pass down. Now Jeremy Schmaltz. Shot stopped by Robinson, and it goes into the netting above the glass.
Too bad for Guthrie moments ago. An open look on Robinson. And the way Robinson's playing right now, Grand Valley's got to put all kinds of plastic on him.
So Sims did get the goal. But they don't announce the penalties.
Well, Glenfield's been in on all 3 goals. 2 goals and a primary assist.
Schmaltz passing over to the far side. Pass broken up. Spencer Marquis. And chasing it down the floor and picking it up. There's a penalty coming up.
That's a selfish penalty.
Yeah. Thompson Teague was carrying it down the floor, and Jake Escarcega smacked the stick out of Wesley Guthrie's hands. And now it's a 4-on-2 for 58 seconds for Grand Valley State. 6:53 left in the second.
You could hear Teague saying, come on, Jake. Not a smart penalty by Escarcega.
Yep. 6-3 Lindenwood. Okay. Oh.
And they're actually going to be matching.
Oh, okay.
So it'll still be a 4-on-3 advantage.
Guthrie's going in for Grand Valley. Penalty box is full over there.
Muy occupado. Luis Bustamante with the call. one of the refs this morning in this Division III Final Four game.
3 players sitting in the box for Lindenwood, 2 for Grand Valley.
Should just wipe that penalty off the board. It's still up for Escarcega. A break for Lindenwood.
Yep.
Still a power play opportunity for Grand Valley, only trailing by 3. Not even halfway through the hockey game.
Stefan Ropp, far side. Pushed into the boards by Marquis. And Lindenwood trying to get it back. Thompson T get it taken away from him by Jeremy Schmaltz, but Spencer Marquis laying down takes the puck away from Schmaltz to the Grand Valley net. He's stopped by Anthony Benvenuti. Big save by Benvenuti there.
Benvenuti outweighting Marquis.
Here's Carl Soderling back the other way with a shot stopped by Robinson. And the puck cleared away from the net but not out. Schmaltz with it. Schmaltz passing over to the near side. Over to the far side. Penalty against Lindenwood is up. They're back at even strength. Shot blocked by Burchell. Sent down the floor. Fresh out of the box is Ryan Kustek. Carrying it to the Grand Valley State net. And his shot is stopped and held onto by Benvenuti at the far post.
Tried to go top corner. Benvenuti had it covered on his angle.
5:44 left in the second, still 6-3. Lindenwood. They still have not posted all those penalties up on the live box score. They haven't announced any penalties either over the PA. Here's Patrick Dowling. Passing over to the far side. Dowling gets it back. Sent towards the net, broken up by Sean Serafini, and his pass is intercepted. And there's a shot gloved and held onto by Benvenuti from Timothy Bray.
Over on the Bauer rink, 9:33 remaining in the second. Farmingdale State 2, Michigan State 1. Patrick Clark has both goals for the Rams.
Lindenwood with the puck. Passed over far side. Dowling. Over to Bray. Back to Dowling. Far circle, one-timer off the outside of the far side of the net. Was Jason Novak shooting. Back the other way goes Daniel Nielsen. Sent towards the Lindenwood goal and wide of the far post. And trying the wraparound was Carl Soderling. He was stopped the first time, but he bangs in the rebound. And Grand Valley State will not go away here. 6-4 Lindenwood with 4:51 left in the second.
Yeah, Soderling, the Swedish native, getting it done. And Robinson, again, another rebound let out. He's really got to up his game as Grand Valley State continues to chip away.
All right, we finally have one penalty posted from where on that play where Justin Sims scored. Chris Visco was called for cross-checking. So Carl Soderling is Swedish. I wonder if he's related to the tennis player Robin Soderling, who was runner-up to Roger Federer at the 2009 French Open, where Federer completed the career Grand Slam, as Tyler Glenfield was in on goal again. Had the puck poked away from him by Charles Robinson.
That was a mouthful, Michael.
Yeah. Here's Glenfield again. Shot. Oh, wow. Off the bar and into the netting above the glass.
He beat Robinson, but just couldn't beat the iron. Wow. What a job by Grand Valley State the last couple of minutes to stay in this hockey game.
Grand Valley State goal number 21, Carl Soderling. Assist by number 19, Daniel Nielsen with 4:51.
Soderling's parents made it out to Nationals last year in Cedar Rapids. Don't know if they're here this year or not. But he's a great hockey player for the Lakers.
Escarcega for Lindenwood. Whiffing in a backhanded try. I think it was more of a centering pass attempt than a shot attempt. And the puck is sent back into the Lindenwood zone.
This is an important shift for Grand Valley State. The two big guns, Marquis and Escarcega, are out there right now. They've got to hold them.
Schmaltz. Behind his own net. Backhanding it over to the far side. And a pass blocked by Thompson T. Comes right back to Andrew Budai. Budai will drop it back behind the net. Here goes Budai up the floor on the far side. Into the Lindenwood zone. A shot turned away by Robinson to the far post. Lindenwood coming back down the floor. Marquis. Pass went off a stick. And Daniel Higa had to knock it down. Drops it back into his own zone.
That was Ropp who broke it up.
And we're going to get a penalty against Lindenwood. Spencer Marquis.
It's not a good penalty. Again by the Lions. They're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Interference.
Yeah, Laker tripped up to the left side of the net. Puck not even close to the play.
So Grand Valley returning to the power play, trailing 6-4. 2:45 left in the second. Jeremy Schmaltz. Pass down low. Comes back to Schmaltz. Shot, gloved and held on to by Robinson at the near post. As 21 seconds have elapsed in that power play.
Huge opportunity for Grand Valley State. Trying to get to within just one. It wasn't too long ago. This was a 4-goal hockey game.
Yeah, and it looked like once Lindenwood made it 6-2, they were about to take off. Not so. Escarcega clears from behind his own net.
Tremendous job by Isaac Washburn, the coach for Grand Valley State, keeping his troops, his heads in the game. Anything can happen in roller hockey. No lead is safe.
Here's Schmaltz. Shot off of Robinson and into the netting above the glass. 2:02 left in the second. 67 seconds left on the power play for Grand Valley State. Lindenwood leading 6-4.
They're ruling a high zone face-off. It definitely did deflect, so it must have been off a Grand Valley stick.
Or maybe it caught part of the goal on the way up.
Perhaps, yeah. Sounded more like a stick sound than a post sound, but at any rate.
Yep. Puck on the far side. Tyler Glenfield down low. Back up top, Stefan Ropp. Over to the far side, near side, Schmaltz passing down low. Now Schmaltz again. Shot stopped by Robinson. And there's going to be another penalty. And this one, I think, against Glen Valley State.
And they touched the puck up.
Couldn't tell what the signal was there. Looked like either a slash or a hold. We'll see
holding.
when they come closer. Hold, yep. So a 3-on-3 for 31 seconds, and it's Wesley Guthrie going into the box, and the poor guy, he falls over, stepping in. 85 seconds left in the second, still 6-4 Lindenwood.
First time seeing 3-on-3. I think you'd obviously have to say that favors Lindenwood with their speed. But we'll see.
Escarcega is going to carry the puck behind his own net. I think they're going to wait for Marquis to be sprung. There's only 15 seconds left on his penalty. And, yep, that's what they're doing. Escarcega's waiting. Last minute of the second period. As Marquis's penalty expires, he's out of the box. And Lindenwood start to make the run as they're on the power play now. Escarcega. Passes over to Thompson Teague. Back to Escarcega. Escarcega down low, Marquis. Marquis back up top, Teague. Across to the far side, back across. Marquis wide of the near post, and it goes into the netting above the glass. And it hits that CBS Sports Network banner that's still hanging from yesterday in the D1 final.
You could see that cross-court pass coming all the way. Marquis just shanked it over top.
28.9 seconds left in the period. 63 seconds left in the power play. 6-4 Lindenwood. Draw one by the Lions, but it's taken away. Glenn Field dropping it back to Schmaltz on the far side. Puck taken away. Escarcega rounds the defenders. The backhander stopped by Benvenuti, and he scores in the rebound. Benvenuti opened the 5-hole after the initial save, and Escarcega pushes it through. It's his 4th goal of the game. And Lindenwood must be relieved. It's a power play goal, and they're ahead 7-4 with exactly 7 seconds left in the second.
Well, Benvenuti makes arguably his best save of the game and then can't control the rebound. Didn't get any help from his defense as well. Just try there to keep going by Escarcega.
Draw one by Lindenwood. Patrick Dowling with a puck, and the period's going to run down to 0. Grand Valley fighting back. The Lakers with 3 goals. Actually, both sides had 3 goals in this second period.
That was a fun period.
Yeah. It's 7-4 Lindenwood as they are 12 minutes away from a trip to yet another Division III final.
What else is new?
Yeah, really.
Get a check on the other rink for you in just a second. Well, Grand Valley, they're not out of this hockey game. They've stuck around. This is just like our D2 Final Four game in that there's clearly a better team than the other.
Yep.
But, both Florida and now Grand Valley State have been able to play their games for Florida it was for longer stretches, but for Grand Valley State, they've been opportunistic, taking advantage of Robinson, who hasn't been quite too sharp for Lindenwood so far this morning. And if they can keep putting plastic on Robinson, they got a shot to overtake Lindenwood in this third period. Wouldn't that be something?
Yep.
So the final game over on the Bauer rink. Michigan State, Farmingdale State. Still 2-1 Farmingdale is what I have.
Yeah, I saw that too. I just refreshed.
Yep, 2-1 in the second period for Farmingdale State. Those are the 2 favorites, Lindenwood and Farmingdale State. 4 of the best programs in the NCRHA make the finals. Very appropriate. Lindenwood, Grand Valley State, Farmingdale State, and Michigan State. Those are 4 of the 11 programs that have multiple teams here this weekend. Fullerton, the only program with D2 and D3 teams. The other 10 Division I and Division III teams.
Grand Valley begin the third period with a puck. Puck sent towards the net. Intercepted by Spencer Marquis, and sent away from the net. Here's Daniel Higa. Near side of the Grand Valley zone. Pass across. Now it comes back out in front, and a shot, I think, went off of Benvenuti. That was Jason Novak shooting. Pass across to the far side. Patrick Dowling knocked off his stick.
Again, Robinson just looks a step slow this morning, even on that one when it came through the crease and wide.
Here's Higa.
So Lindenwood may be able to escape this game, but against either Farmingdale State or Michigan State, 2 more skilled teams, that might come back to haunt Lindenwood in the final.
Marquis near side. Around the back of the Grand Valley net. And he'll decide to carry it back into his own zone.
If Robinson doesn't shape up, it might cost him here in the Final Four.
Here's Patrick Dowling. Passing over to the near side, and Marquis.
But obviously the luxury for Robinson is he doesn't normally have to be great for Lindenwood. He's got so much talent in front of him, both offensively and defensively. Just needs to be a steady presence in the crease, and everything should be just fine for Lindenwood. And Robinson's been a great goalie for Lindenwood the past 2 years, leading them to a Division III championship last year against Michigan State. Made several big saves late in that hockey game to earn the winner in Cedar Rapids.
Puck on the far side of the Grand Valley zone. I believe that's Jeremy Schmaltz with it now. Backhanding it over to the near side. Back the other way come the Lakers. Andrew Budai, pass across. Oh, big save by Charles Robinson on Justin Sims.
His ears must have been burning. His best save of the hockey game.
Yeah. Spencer Marquis. Drops it back for Thompson Teague. Teague will leave it and hand it off to Jonathan Gauthier. Gauthier. Passing it up the floor. There's a shot. Stop. Rebound. Backhanded wide. Timothy Bray with both of those shots. Puck over on the far side. And Thompson Teague takes a deflection. Puck went off the stick, or deflected off the stick of Joseph Testa, and Thompson Teague took it away. Better way to say that. Puck behind the Grand Valley net. Sent down the floor towards the net. Stopped by Robinson. Picked up by Teague. Teague. Puck sent back to the end boards. Gauthier.
Kind of sloppy play the last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Either team able to get a handle on the game.
Graham Breams.
With the flow.
Yeah, Noticed that last night. There's a shot stopped and held onto by Robinson. Connor Huizenga shooting there.
Must be something about those northern states and the flow. Obviously, the Minnesota high school tournament every year, they have the all-flow team.
Yeah. 7:54 to go in regulation. Still 7-4 Lindenwood. Yep, that was started just by some guy, and now it's a tradition. It's a highly anticipated tradition in the hockey world.
It's a great tradition. I can't wait to see the videos of it every year. Some of those guys look like they're my age with the Fu Manchus.
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of those guys look like their team should be forfeiting games.
Right.
Because they look like they're 30, yeah.
I obviously have no concept being from SoCal, but just love it every year when the Minnesota High School Tournament comes around. They pack the Xcel Energy Center up there in Minneapolis.
Waiting list for tickets.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yep. They play the Texas High School State Football Championship games every year at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, and they don't even pack that.
Wow.
And you know Texas loves their high school football.
What seats, 100,000?
Mm-hmm. Over 100,000. Puck behind the Lindenwood net, trying to stuff it in at the far post. Pile of bodies there. Robinson has it covered. And Daniel Nielsen got his helmet knocked off by Alex Griffith. 6:39 left in regulation, still 7-4. Lions as Sean Serafini having to be held apart from Chris Visico.
Yeah, Visico chirping there a lot for Lindenwood, but not too much of a ruckus. 6:39 remaining in regulation. Grand Valley State needs a goal about every 2 minutes at this point to have a chance. Good opportunity with an offensive zone faceoff.
Grand Valley had it, but they lose it.
Yeah, too bad.
Ryan Kustek, far side of the Grand Valley zone. Drops it back into the Lindenwood end. Patrick Dowling pick it up behind his own net. And it's taken away from Kustek by Glenfield. Put out in front of shot. Stopped by Robinson. Rebound. Oh, it hit the near post. What a break for Lindenwood. Justin Sims in the net open, and he hit the near post with a shot.
Boy, what a terrific hockey game for Glenfield. He's been Grand Valley State's best player.
Yep.
Again, Robinson lets out a rebound, almost cost him.
And there's a shot at the other end, gloved and held onto by Ben Venuti. That shot coming from Bryce Cozine.
Would have made things real interesting had that puck gone in.
5:49 left in regulation, still 7-4. Lindenwood.
It's the old adage, it's a game of inches.
You know Sims has to be kicking himself too because Robinson was on his back.
Yeah, he's done that a lot today, Robinson.
And again, the puck comes to Ben Venuti off the draw, and he covers. Coming up next year on the Mission Rink will be the Junior College Division Championship game, West Valley against St. Charles. West Valley will be a very, 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 very heavy favorite to win that one.
Very? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. West Valley's impressive. They could play in D1, in my opinion. Obviously not allowed, but
Yeah.
they're a real strong team.
You, Travis, will be calling that game with Jeremy Ellis.
Yeah, the coup de grace for me and Jeremy.
Spencer Marquis leaving it out in front of the Grand Valley net, but Jeff Arscott unable to get his stick on it. As we wind down the week, here's Marquis. Making his way over to the far side, curls back around. Lindenwood not so eager to attack at the moment. Although you kind of can't blame him. Here's Marquis, though, trying to get to the net. He's taken down. He drew a penalty. So he waited him out, went on the attack, and he got taken down in the slot.
Those are the kind of plays that veteran players make.
And it's Daniel Nielsen going into the box for tripping. 4:40 left in regulation. Lindenwood to the power play, back to the power play, leading 7-4.
And just their third power play of the game, 1 for 2. But their last one was an abbreviated one. I know, beg your pardon, they're 2 for 2. So they did score late in the second period on that goal.
Yep. That's Carsega's fourth, the one that made it 7-4. That's Carsega shooting wide of the far post. Here come Grand Valley. It's that man again, Glenfield. Puck knocked off his stick.
That was a clear slash by S. Carsega, got away with it.
Thompson Teague. Passed over. Comes back Teague, a one-timer off of Ben Venuti into the netting above the glass. 91 seconds to go in the power play. 3:55 left in regulation. Still 7-4. Lindenwood.
That's looking good for Lindenwood.
Speaking of Mr. Ellis, there he is making his way to the platform.
Hey, he woke up.
Teague passed over near side, back to Teague. Over far side. Back over to the near side. Now Jason Novak, a one-timer, stopped. There's a shot from NCRHA off of Benvenuti into the netting above the glass. 48 seconds left in the power play for Lindenwood. 3:28 left in regulation. The Lions still lead 7-4.
That was a confident save by Benvenuti while standing. Just say, there you go, get out of play.
Thompson Teague. Off to Jason Novak, back to Teague. Comes back to Teague from down low. And Teague whiffing on the pass attempt. Passing back over near side, NCRHA. Now Teague. Passing back down low, Marquis sending it across the front of the net. NCRHA at the end boards. Now it comes over to the near side, Marquis. Teague. Back over, one-timer. Score! No, okay, sorry. I saw the ref pointing and thought it was that signal. Nope, it went out of play. Sorry about that. Yeah, fooled me, yeah. That was
I've done
Jason
that too.
Novak one-timing it over the net and out of play. 2 seconds left in the power play for Lindenwood. 2:42 left in regulation, still 7-4 Lions.
I've done that more times than I care to share on the air.
Yeah, I've done that. Timothy Bray, a shot stopped and covered up by Benvenuti at the near post. Power play is expired, or penalty is expired, so Grand Valley back at even strength.
A good kill there by the Lakers. Now they really got to get up the floor in a hurry.
Here come Grand Valley. Slap shot, stopped and held on to by Robinson. Stefan Ropp shooting that time. Lindenwood with the puck off the draw. Taken to the Grand Valley net and unable to shoot was Timothy Bray. Lakers coming back the other way. That's Connor Huizenga being brought down at the inboards. Mark Burchell with the puck. Passing over to Jonathan Gauthier. Passing back far side, Burchell. Burchell. Back off to Gauthier. Bray. Long pass ahead, knocked off the stick of Jeff Arscott. Arscott far side. Taken back by Grand Valley. When do they pull Benvenuti, I wonder? Puck knocked off the stick of Huizenga. Comes back to him on the far side, but he couldn't keep control of it. Here's Dowling.
I think if it was a 2-goal cushion, they might pull him, but with under a minute now to go, I think they're content just to leave him in.
Yeah. Also, they're not going to pull him with Lindenwood controlling the puck, or else.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. Or else somebody would be firing it up the floor and they'd probably hit the target knowing Lindenwood. Glenfield with the puck after it was knocked off the stick of Timothy Bray. Hook to the inboards, 30 seconds left. Glenfield out in front. Sims a shot stopped by Robinson. Rebound on the stick of Schmaltz, turns around and taken away. Bray tried to send it up the floor, knocked down by Budai with his hand. And there's going to be a penalty against Lindenwood. Actually, nope, coincidentals. I see Jonathan Gauthier going in. I didn't see you went in for Grand Valley.
It was Schmaltz that gave a
Okay,
cross check.
Schmaltz.
That was the
Okay.
retaliation penalty.
All right. 8.7 seconds left. Newman, good Lord. I knew I was going to say that eventually. Lindenwood are going to go back to the Division III championship game. Puck sent up the floor. And the Lions, an oh so familiar narrative, playing for a Division III national championship as they beat Grand Valley State 7-4 in a game that was closer than I think a lot of people thought was going to be.
Yeah, I agree. Kudos to Grand Valley State, a
Yep.
great season. Just ran into a much better Lindenwood team. Yet another Division III national championship game. In other news, water's wet. But what a game from particularly Escarcega with his 4 goals.
Yeah.
And
Those
Visico
4
as well.
goals ended up being the difference.
Yep, definitely. It was those 2 goals that came back to back. Just well, they scored 3 goals actually. It was 30-some seconds in the second period, and that's really what did it for Lindenwood.
So Lindenwood moving on to the Division III national championship game yet again, defeating Grand Valley State 7-4. Farmingdale leading Michigan State 5-1 late on the Bauer rink, so it looks like it'll be a Lindenwood-Farmingdale championship game, which will be fantastic.
Yeah, those are the 2 best teams in D3 this year, in my opinion. So it should be a real good final.
Yep, that'll close out the weekend. A good game for C.J. Yoder and Adam Steo to finish things off with. Well, that brings it to a close for me here at the 2017 NCRHA National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. I want to thank Rob Coggin and the whole team for bringing me on this year. I had a lot of fun, especially with that Cal State Fullerton, Florida game this morning. Hope to be back next year. Thanks,
Yeah.
Travis, for this morning.
It was fun.
You and Jeremy Ellis going to call the junior college division game, championship game between West Valley and St. Charles Community College coming up next. Again, the final score here in this Division III semifinal, Lindenwood 7, Grand Valley State 4, Lindenwood playing for yet another Division III championship. That's it from me this week. Goodbye to you all from Fort Myers. And again, coming up next, the Junior College Division Championship game, Travis Van Nody and Jeremy Ellis with a call. Bye-bye, everybody.